Welcome back, everybody. We hope y'all all kept it casual for Wild Card Weekend. We are now in the divisional round. Shit is getting serious. So serious that we're just going to skip right over the NBA. It's football time. It's football season. It's football weather up in Chi-Town. I know my boys are cold as fuck. It's cold
That's
here
fun.
in Jacksonville, so I can't imagine what it's like for y'all up there. But
Hell,
the winters haven't been as cold for us as it's been for some of the coaches around the league so far. But we got some big news in Boogland. John Harbaugh officially signing on with the New York Giants, the new leader of the franchise. Boog, you're gonna have to open us up here. How are you
Yes,
feeling?
sir. Yes, sir. Feeling good, Andy. Thank you for letting me open up the show today. 5 years, 100 M's for my boy Uncle John Harbaugh. And I think it's a great move. I think we got an adult on the sidelines now. A real champion. He has a ring. He got the hardware to show with it. So, I'm happy that we did this. I'm glad we got the coach that we wanted. We were talking about it last week. About who could potentially go to the Giants. I don't know if we talked about it on the pod, but we definitely talked about it in our group chat. But we were ranking who should go where, and John Harbaugh was definitely close to the top of my list. He's a winner, and the Giants need to win. It's time to win. The Big Blue is it's been long enough. So let's get back to it. We got Jackson Dart. We got John Harbaugh. Cam Scat back coming back. Malik Neighbors coming back. It's gonna be nasty, dude. I love it. I love it. Let's go.
yeah. The only thing
Any of your
stopping the
thoughts?
Giants, only thing stopping the Giants right now is MetLife Stadium. I feel like that's about it.
Uncle John gonna
Honestly,
fix that. Uncle John gonna fix that.
hopefully Uncle John can fix that.
He
But
gonna fix
yeah,
that.
not the. That's about it. I hope the Giants can. The Giants will obviously be better. Yes, next year. This is a great year to finally take the Giants to win more than 6 games. So I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Harbaugh is a classic floor raiser, and it doesn't get more floor than the turf itself. So maybe he'll get the groundskeeping crew in check there and improve the state of MetLife. But no, I'm honestly a fan. I'm not the biggest supporter of CEO type head coaches, but for a franchise like the Giants that have been kind of stuck at the basement for a while, you need someone to just be an adult in the room and get that floor raise, like we were saying, and get back to a baseline level of competency. Of course, like with someone like Harbaugh, who is that CEO type, it really does come down to what kind of picks and what kind of talent he can identify as coordinators, who he's gonna pick to unlock Jackson Dart and Malik Neighbors and that offense over there, a young rising offense. And defensively, there's a lot of talent in place as well, but there were a
Yeah.
few issues. So yeah, I'm excited to see what he can kind of do and who he fleshes out on his staff. I mean, he's shown a great talent for it before, so I think this could be the kick in the butt he needs. And I'm honestly a fan of it for the Giants, as much as I'm against CEO type head coaches in general. But speaking of coaches, let's get into our wild card recap. A bunch of great games went down. Uh, Kind of a tough stretch for us betting wise, but it's the playoffs.
Tough
Crazy,
is
crazy things
tough is
happen.
right. Tough is right.
Tough
Tough is
is
right,
right.
Andy.
Let's
I
just go
hope
one by
nobody
one
tailed me
down the
last
list.
week.
Let's start with Rams at Panthers. I think I can speak up and say that it wasn't as comfortable as we expected for the Rams, and some of us saw it coming. Like the Panthers gave the Rams problems in the regular season, and those problems showed up again. The big wideouts for Carolina gave the Rams secondary issues. LA couldn't really stop the run. They did a little bit better of a job in the postseason as compared to their first time playing in the regular season, but three touchdowns on the ground. And I mean, like, they got the job done, and that's what matters in the playoffs. But honestly, you can't be super encouraged by what you saw from the Rams when you're considering that the Panthers were supposed to be the worst team in the field. Six, you've been following the NFC West all year. What are you thinking? Do the Rams look vulnerable to you?
I'm not gonna lie, they look vulnerable, and going against a hot offense like the Chicago Bears, man, I would be a little worried. I'm not gonna lie. I know Sean McVay's offense has been phenomenal, and you got Puka still, you got Matthew Stafford and Devontae Adams, but that defense has been their backbone at the end of the day, and I don't look like they don't look too confident. I don't feel confident in them. But with that said, Chicago Bears are a young team. Ben Johnson's a young coach. Their defense is probably worse than the Rams defense, by far worse than the Rams defense. So I don't think the Bears are going to pull it out. I think the Rams are going to win this. Do you know what the spread is? What kind of spread are we looking at?
We're gonna get in the spreads later, but we're just going off the wild card recaps right now. So, what did you see from the Rams that makes you nervous or makes you encouraged about their prospects moving forward?
Just that pass defense. I mean, they allowed Tet to get hot. Once they allowed Tet to get hot and Bryce Young to start balling out, it was over at that point. They
Jalen
unlocked the
Coke
offense.
flow. Jalen Coke flow.
Yeah. Jalen,
The Coke
he was
flow.
big
Jalen
body,
Jalen
bro.
Coke flow.
Yeah, he was
You're
that
skiing
coach
out
was.
there.
Yeah, his nose was running, boy. His nose was running. He was bodying boys out there. Now that pass defense and the pass rush is what scares me the most right now. Well, I like it as a Hawks fan. I love it. If I was, that's what was scaring me. Personally, I like it.
True.
Bug, any your thoughts on the Panthers? I mean, they were pretty
uh,
spunky out there.
they were
Yeah, I
pretty
mean, it
spunky.
was. Go ahead, but my bad, my bad, my bad. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm Bug. I'm Bug. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Kenny. But no, I think I didn't give the Panthers enough respect. Obviously I picked against them. As all of my hit list picks. But nah, I was surprised by the Panthers able to keep it spunky, like you said, and just Bryce Young hitting open receivers. He was able to hit some throws, make some big time throws when they were down in this game to kind of get them back in and keep them in it, and almost had a shot to win, honestly. So I'm surprised. I was surprised by that. I still think the Rams could have, there were some spots where they kind of probably could have pulled away with this game, but that's what would scare me too as a Rams fan is that you can't put the game away. And you would think two great running backs and a great quarterback, and great receivers, you should be able to hold a lead and keep it. So that worried me a little bit just on the Ram side. But shout out to the Panthers, man. I didn't give y'all respect. Y'all were not the worst team in the field. That would be my Pittsburgh Steelers, who we'll talk
Yeah.
about later. But shout out to the Panthers, man. Keep
Well,
pounding.
I just want to throw out
Facts.
there. I was on that Bryce Young train early on. I saw the glimpse. You all
Yeah, yeah.
especially hated on me for
He
that take.
was. He was. You were.
Bryce Young has the
He still
future. He
lost.
has
I
the
mean, he
cancer.
still lost. He still
Hey,
lost.
He
playoffs though.
lost.
Playoffs. He took team to the
That's
playoffs.
that's true. That's true. He still lost. But I
Barely.
mean,
Barely.
I'm just
Barely.
Danny, how do you feel about the
Uh,
Rams and the Panthers?
I mean it. I mean the Panthers had their number. Andy, you had like probably one of the best points, and nobody's mentioned it. Was the height difference? These guys are short. Like when I was watching the game, like since you said that, it was like, oh wow, like the Rams secondary is kind of short. Like they some short kings or short,
short
short
kings.
people.
Short
Um,
king. Short
they,
quick
but they
quarterback.
was getting mossed by
Okay.
Chet and Jalen Coker on every play. Even Xavier Leggett late in the game, and this was a 3-point game. The spread opened at 10.5. I think the Rams, a little fugazi on the defensive side. I think Sean McVay, play calling wise, is still very good, but he's playing it a lot safer than what we saw when he did win the Super Bowl. So I don't know. I don't really. I didn't. If the Rams were gonna win this game, they really needed to show that they could win against the spread, and they didn't. And so I don't take it as a good sign going forward.
Yeah, secondary was a big concern for the Rams going into the season, and they did show more life than people expected. But yeah, they are just physically small. Like that's something you can't really get over, and we'll see how that plays a role in Chicago. Because I mean, DJ Moore 6 foot, Roma Dunze 6'3", so there's some pretty big dudes running out wide as well. But let's move on to the Chicago game itself, actually, another big comeback for the Bears. The cardiac Bears getting to work against the Packers. Let's start with one of the Chi-Town boys. Candy, why don't you open us up here? What did you think about the
Man,
Packers and the Bears?
dude, my girlfriend's dad was at the game, and he's been a Bears fan since he was like a child, and he saw them win in '85, and he's just seen them be garbage since then. He's seen a Super Bowl, and he's seen an NFC Championship game, but pretty much nothing since '85. And this man was at the stadium, and he told me at dinner the other day, he was like, "That's the loudest it's ever been." And like the Bears were down 21-6. Nobody left the stadium. Like in older days, people would have left the stadium, but the Bears did not give up. Man, it was 27-16. Jordan Love honestly put on a show, man. And that's why I think Matt LaFleur has not signed a contract extension yet. He's about to be, booted out or traded because they still got him for a couple of years. Like this is over for Matt LaFleur, in my opinion. Your quarterback threw 4 touchdowns and you lost the game while you were up a lot, a lot. And so, yeah, the Kyle Shanahan tree shows out again. Um, but yeah, Ben Johnson, shout out to you, man. Go Bears. Bear down.
Yeah, I mean, just gonna build off that. I think you make a good point about Matt LaFleur, man. I've been a huge supporter. I thought he was a fantastic coach, but Jordan Love balled out, boy. I'm not gonna lie. I used to hate on J Love. Nah, he balled out, bro.
It was not his fault.
No. The blame falls on the DC or LaFleur. That's who I'm blaming for this game. You lost Michael Parsons. You lost your star defense player. So I'm not blaming the defensive players. They lost their captain. The coach should have done a better job of setting this team up to succeed without Parsons. I'm putting it on them, but, man, I just got touched on that Will. Whoo, I know y'all know that 4th down throw he had across his body. Nah, that he doesn't get that throw. They probably lose the game. I'm taking back. I was wrong. I don't know where the apology letter I need to sign is, but Will is the truth. But I'm riding that train. Man, I know
That's like the 12th
that
apology letter Six has made this year.
The only guy you haven't apologized to is Bryce Young.
That's my guy. I did day one.
No, but it was crazy. Like, another pick I missed, taking the Packers, which I feel like was the right pick when they were up 21-6, which was unfortunate for the Bears in Chicago, but they just don't die, man. They've done it all year, and it's fucking crazy. Like, bro, that 4th down throw, that was a fucking
Insane.
insane throw, bro. That was insane, dog. Shout out to my boy Colson Loveland, helped me win a fantasy title. But yeah, the Bears don't die, bro. It's hard to bet against them because it's like no lead is safe, and it's been like that the whole season. I feel like they got at least 6 or 7 wins where they're down in the 4th quarter or some shit. Like it's fucking crazy.
It's unreal stat.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
It's
casually,
crazy.
if you're going to bet on the Bears, make it a live bet and wait until about halftime because you're going to get
Facts,
much
bro.
better odds on that shit.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, no, people were down the Bears because they had so many 4th quarter comebacks in the regular season and talking about great teams should be able to handle their business. Like this is kind of luck, but against the Packers, it showed that experience mattered. They didn't flinch, down 15 in the 4th quarter, just kept going. Something I did like seeing from Chicago was once they had their backs against the wall, they were just throwing blitz after blitz at Jordan Love, and it worked to perfection. They could not stop the Packers in the first half, but they dialed up the pressure because they had nothing to lose, and it worked like a charm. It opened the door for the comeback, and even though it was a tight game, there's a chance that Chicago could have handled that more handedly if they capitalized on some of their turnover opportunities like they did in the regular season. I mean, led the league in takeaways, but they had 2-3 fumble opportunities they could have jumped on and they just missed them. So no, I'm very encouraged by what I've seen from the Bears, and for the Packers, just another disappointing end.
Yeah.
It's been a while since they've gotten over that hump, and yeah, maybe Matt LaFleur just isn't the guy.
You
He
gotta
couldn't
go. You
adjust
gotta fucking go.
to that
You can't be a
pressure.
part of that many blown leads. Like you were part of the Falcons 28-3 and this shit, bro. Like it's you. You're the problem, bro. Like if I was running the Packers, I would want this nigga out of here. You were up 21-6. Your QB finishes the game 4 touchdowns, no turnovers, and you lose. How do you lose?
Yeah,
How do you lose, bro?
The only holdup I have to LaFleur and the only defense I give him for keeping his job is the way the players speak on him. Aaron Rodgers gave him a shout out. Michael Parsons said the only reason why he chose the Packers was LaFleur. So that's the reason why I'm hesitant. If Parsons stayed healthy, do they still make it to the NFC Championship?
He's been hurt for how many weeks now? He's been hurt for 2-3 months now.
Is it worth one more? They were looking good. They were looking good with him. Is it worth one more
I
year?
don't know. I mean, he still blows leads regardless. Like I just feel like that's a coaching thing, bro. When you blow a lead like that, and there was
Yeah.
decisions made at the end of the game, where they
They
could
were,
have,
yeah,
burned more clock, and I think they didn't get a
yeah,
play and had to burn a clock after a 2 minute timeout. So it's like
yeah,
these are mistakes that are like. These are like Madden shit. Like, nigga, if we was playing Madden, we would know, like, yo, we should probably save our timeout here. We're probably gonna need
yeah,
that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like,
And
this
LaFleur's
is
an
Yeah,
offensive-minded coach, but was calling terrible play calls. I
and
agree
you're
with that's a good point.
Terrible.
exactly like the ball's in your hand to like win the game, and you're up and
Yeah,
you have a lead, and you're calling some bullshit. Like, this is on you. You know what you got, bro. And your
yeah,
quarterback is dealing, dog.
yeah. Yeah, and I
yeah,
do want
he
to give a shout out to Ben Johnson though, real quick. The man
Shout out Ben
called his shot
Johnson.
before the season. He said he's going to kick LaFleur's ass 3 times, I believe it was, or he might have said
No, he
2
said
times.
twice. He
He
said
Twice,
I
yeah,
said,
enjoyed
twice.
and
beating
he
him
kicked his
twice a
ass
year.
twice, man. He
He
took
did
his
that
ass
twice.
twice.
He
Shout
did.
out to Manny
He
Boy.
did.
I didn't
And he
expect
said
him to
fuck the
holler like
Packers.
that.
He said fuck the Packers, nigga.
Hey, he said BTA twice to your boys.
He said fuck the
yeah.
Packers.
Yeah.
I don't want to speak on the floor on a macro level just yet. I mean, there's already been so much coaching turnover, so I don't know if Green Bay is going to want to jump in on that and make it 10 vacancies, which would be by far the new record. But he did get thoroughly out coached in that game. He didn't adjust to the pressure well that the Bears were dialing up in the second half. I think that's on him, especially with Jordan Love playing well. And yeah, there have been like situational questions about him throughout his tenure with the Packers. And in that game, you saw them waste a timeout and then still get a delay of game after.
Yep.
And
That
Yes.
was bad.
Yes.
that's unacceptable
Yes.
shit. Like that falls on him entirely. So we'll see what the future holds for LaFleur. Let's move on to a coach who did secure his long-term future in his first year, but went out, flamed out in the playoffs. My Jacksonville Jaguars and head coach Liam Cohen. We said this, or at least I said it going into the preview, that these were probably the two best teams in the AFC. And I think this weekend kind of showed that. I mean, we'll see what the Denver Broncos bring, but I'm pretty confident in saying that I believe the Bills and the Jags were the two best teams. They battled it out. I will say, I think this was one of the few times where Cohen did get outcoached. I don't think he adjusted his game plan well to what Buffalo was doing. They were throwing in disguise coverages all day, and it did get to Trevor Lawrence a little bit. And Cohen didn't adjust to that, even despite the run game just shredding the Bills' defense. He leaned away from it, put the ball in Trevor's hands, and to his credit, like they were in it at the end there. They had an opportunity to win. Ball didn't bounce their way. Trevor kind of panicked. He should have just thrown that one away. Take what the defense gives you, and if they're not giving you anything, just live to play another down. That's all you got to do. But
It's tough. I'm
overall,
sorry you have to
very
do this.
encouraging season for Jacksonville. I know it's so tough, man. I've been doing it for fucking 2 weeks now, basically, and it still hurts, man. But yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone in the world right now thinks that Liam Cohen shouldn't be the future of the Jaguars. I think Trevor Lawrence showed more than enough that he can be the future. There's obviously some things they got to clean up still, but yeah, the Bills. Shout out to the Bills. They came in with a great game plan, got it done. Josh Allen showed why he's one of the best quarterbacks in the entire world. 6. What did you think about that game?
I thought it was a really good game. I think the Jaguars have a lot to build on. First off, I do want to give a shout out to Lynn Jones. I think the treatment of Lynn Jones, that was the reporter who basically told Liam Cohen pick his head up. He did a lot for the city Jazz. So I want to give a shout out to her. People getting her backlash. I thought what she did was needed as a Duvalian and not even a Jaguars fan, but it's just a Duvalian. I thought what she did was fantastic. But with that said, man, I think the Jaguars got a lot to build on. I think, they had a true test against the Bills. Josh Allen is just what they ran into. I don't think it was out coaching because I honestly don't think Sean McDermott's a coach worth a damn. I think he's trash, to be honest with you. But I think you ran Josh Allen. He's plain and simple. Josh Allen is the best player in the playoffs right now outside
100%.
maybe Sam Darnold's probably the best quarterback. But anyway, I'm just kidding. All right. Sorry. Josh Allen's the best player in the playoffs right now. There's no question about it. And that's
He's questionable, bro. Don't press your luck. Don't press your luck now. Don't press your
Brock
luck
Purdy's
now.
trash. Joe Burrow,
Don't press your
just go
luck
out
now.
of
Don't
it, bro.
press your luck now.
Look, we'll say that. We'll
Brock
say
Purdy will
that. We'll
dice you
say
up,
that.
bro. Don't press your luck now.
We'll
Brock Purdy
save
gonna
that.
gritty. What he
But no,
gonna
I
hit the
think
Dougie on
He's
your
been to a
ass?
Super Bowl.
He gonna hit the white boy Dougie on your ass, nigga.
we all right. We'll talk about that later. We all right. That no, we're not gonna say a white boy Dougie. That was disgusting. That shit was
He gonna hit the
all
white
right,
boy
all right.
Dougie.
All right, back to the Jaguars.
Back to the Jazz, man. Liam Cohen, fantastic season. Lots to build on. Trevor Lawrence, I think what happened was he did a fantastic job once they got Jacoby Myers of trusting his team. He trusted receivers, he trusted his running backs, trusted his defense, and didn't force the issue. In this game, he forced the issue, and that's when they lost the ball. He forced the issue on that interception on first down. Just throw that ball away. You guys have a fantastic offense. You could have easily gone to field goal range. Throw that ball away, get back into what you've been doing the past couple weeks, and get it going. With that said, though, that 4th and 2, when he dove for the first down and his shin just barely clipped, I think it was the right move to go for on 4th down. I'm going to be honest. I think you're playing against the Bills, who are shown they've been to the playoffs the past couple of years and have almost won that Super Bowl. They are the probably scariest team in the NFC. I agree with that 4th and 2 run. Trevor Lawrence just slipped. That's all it was.
You gotta get that home, man. You gotta get that.
You do got to get that home.
Jackson Dart gets that first
He
down.
probably
I'll
should have
just say
stayed
that.
on his feet on that one.
I don't know about
Elite
Jackson Dart.
quarterbacks get that
Josh
dart.
Allen, Josh Allen 100%
takes that
has
hit.
that first down.
Jackson
And
Dart
that's why I
takes
think
that
they came
hit.
down. Yeah, I don't know about Jackson Dart. Maybe Harbaugh might bring it out. But
He takes
I
that
think
hit.
Josh
Jackson
Allen-
Dart might have exited the game after, but he probably
Superman
would have
now
got
with
it.
that hit.
But no, Josh Allen gets that play and Trevor Lawrence doesn't. That's the difference maker of the game, in my opinion. I do think Trevor Lawrence can become that player. He just wasn't this year. But lots to build on. I loved it. I think it's going to be very
Trevor
scary for
Lawrence,
someone in the division. So as somebody in that division, Kenny, tell me what you think.
I think Liam Cohen is coach of the year, man. Personally, I think this guy has played great. He's got a great coaching staff. The defense is good. I don't think Trevor Lawrence is the truth. This is the #1 draft pick. He's got 58 career interceptions in 77 games. He threw 60% this year, another 12 interceptions. He finished the year strong, but the playoffs showed that he will throw a meatball straight to the defense. And I just don't think, and that even that 4th and 2, we're talking about elite quarterbacks. This is a quarterback drafted #1 overall. Somebody you're paying $55 million. If the Jags want to continue building this core, highly suggest Trevor Lawrence take a pay cut because nobody like this is a team that needs to pay other players because they are making the team great. The Walker, Hines Allen, you got the defensive backs, the Newsome kid. I mean, yeah, they blew that 3rd and 28 like deep bomb, but like this defense is amazing. The Jags should have won this game. Like they clearly lost it. That 4th and 2, you have to get there. Like if you are wanting to win this game, you have to get there. And I just don't think like this man Trevor Lawrence, based on what he's shown, has shown that he's worth $55 million. Like if you're putting in another quarterback, like does he throw the 2 interceptions? Like who knows? But like I want my quarterback not to throw an interception on the game-winning drive in the playoffs. Like that doesn't make me feel good about going into next year because we went 14 games this year, and now what's next year? Like it just because you won 14 games this year does not mean you guarantee another 14 games next year. Does not guarantee the AFC South next year. Like we're giving him the benefit of doubt. We'll use those words. But like, if we're giving him the benefit of doubt, hopefully he finds a way to work on his interceptions because that's what's holding the Jags back. If he can carve his turnovers, I think the Jags will be a great team for many years to come.
Yeah, he need to take that next step, or they need to kick his ass out. I think it's pretty.
Or take a pay cut. Take a pay cut. Give that money to Travis. Is it Travis Etienne?
Yeah.
Okay, give that money to ETN because if he got the ball more, the Jags would have fucking won, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. He was running the fuck out of that defense. He should have got the ball a lot more in the 3rd quarter. I know Trevor played well in that 3rd, but I think the running game was just kind of abandoned late in that game.
It was,
and that's just my feelings. But Bug, what you thinking?
All right,
Kenny, that's why I fuck with you. That's why I pay you the big bucks to be on this show, man. You know what I'm saying? That's some good shit, man. Because
You get
you
paid.
know, the pay cut thing, that's always a tough thing to tell them they can give up some bread. But you're not offline in saying that. You know what I'm saying?
Not
Because
wrong.
the turnovers are a problem. Those plays when you come up short are a problem. Not saying they're nothing to be built on or they can't be built on, but you know what I'm saying? Like
100%.
you don't get these kind of shots every year. And I feel like this was the kind of game where to win this game would have meant a lot, bro. Like to
Yep.
beat a
A
quarterback and a
lot.
team like the
A
Bills, who
legit
are an
team.
established
That stadium
AFC.
sounded so loud, man. I was like, wow, I'm actually cheering for the Jaguars to win this game. This is insane. Like, this is
No,
awesome.
Yeah,
so
that was.
you want to give them their credit. It was a great season. Obviously, kind of out of nowhere. I don't even remember what their over under was for the season, but it couldn't have been anywhere near 13. So
No.
Yeah.
they exceeded a lot of expectations, but it's football, man. Ain't no moral victory. So this is gonna be one where it stings. Where you're gonna look back and this player, that player, the field goal that missed, or this or this. It stings. It's gonna hurt. So. But I'll give credit to the Bills. Like Six said, that throw to Brandon Cooks was insane. Josh Allen was insane. A fucking 15-yard tush push is fucking crazy for a touchdown. So, give credit where it's due, but this one that one fucking hurt, man. Like that one's tough.
Man, that 15-yard tush push was weak move by the Jaguars. That's what I threw out there. You have a top 5 defense, and you really just let this man do a fucking 15-yard tush push to win the game, baby.
He's a
50 yard
gamer,
tush push
Move
man.
is
by the
crazy.
Jaguars.
That's crazy.
Like,
Disappointed. Come on, Duval. You're better than
Come
that.
on, yeah, man. You supposed
Why
to
you
where I'm
feel that?
from, nigga. You shoot that nigga. You ain't gonna
Come
let that nigga
on,
50
man.
yard tush push to the end zone. That's crazy.
All
To
right.
be fair, though, I
I'm
feel like this defensive loss allows the defensive coordinator is probably going to stay, right? Like, he's probably not leaving.
No.
I'll leave the
They're gonna
coordinator,
pay them
so
boys.
that's
He
probably
is
good.
interviewing with the Miami Dolphins. I'm gonna go on a series of rants here, so bear with me.
Go for it.
I want to start off on a positive. Yeah, shout out Lynn Jones. As someone who's in the sports media space, like I hate that people came up and tried to be holier
For
than
real.
thou about that. I
Yeah,
know
that's
it's not
stupid.
the
100%.
typical thing you see in press conferences, but tradition is tradition, and sometimes tradition is old and tired. And AI
Shout
is
out to
coming for
her.
our jobs. It's time to shed this belief that you can't be a fan of the team and be an objective observer. I would like to think that I'm an objective observer about the Jaguars and every single team I've covered. And my passion for the team does not get in the way of that. And yeah, if you want, AI can write a fucking game recap and take the sound bites from a press conference and write it up in 30 seconds. I don't care about your deadlines. I don't care how fast you have to get it out. If you want people to read your shit and care about your shit, you got to put your soul and your passion into it. And that's what Lynn Jones did.
Yeah.
The media is supposed to be a bridge between the fans and the team. And that's exactly what she was doing. So shout out to Lynn Jones.
Shout out to her
Speaking
for
on
her.
Trevor Lawrence, as an objective observer, he obviously did not play his best game. But with that said, even if he fell short and that last throw just wasn't intercepted, I don't think we would be having this discourse again. Like, even if that drive just flamed out and the Jaguars couldn't get it done and everything else was the same, I don't think the discourse would be nearly at the same level. Obviously, that wasn't a good decision, but half the times that pass is made, it's not intercepted. The DB made a great play on the ball and the safety was lurking and it happened to be a pick. So I'm not ready to give up on Trevor, and I'm going to check you casually about his contract. Yes, his average annual value is $55 million a year. His cap hit for next year is $24 million. He's not getting in the way of the roster building. He constructed his contract
Hopefully.
very team friendly to help the Jaguars flesh out their roster.
Shout out to
So
T-Law.
let's relax
Shout
on
out
that.
T-Law.
He's going to restructure his
T-Law.
contract just like Patrick Mahomes and everybody else. So we're good there. And but yeah, tough ending for the Jags. Now it's time. It's tough to go from 4 wins to 13 wins. It might be harder to get a perennial playoff team to winning the Super Bowl. So we'll see what this new regime can do with that. I'm excited about the future. I'm sad about the ending, but I'm happy to be able to have that disappointment again, and we'll see what it looks like moving forward.
That's
But let's
facts.
move on. We just did like 20 minutes on the Jaguars. Shout out to Duval.
You all you all knew it was coming. You're
Yeah.
not entertained.
Are you not entertained?
The Duval podcast. You
You
can't
knew
help
this shit
The
was
Du
coming, nigga.
the Duval pod.
Come on, son.
Let's
Let's
move
see.
on. Niners, Eagles. Six, you tried to tell us. You tried to tell us about San Fran and the NFC West and Kyle Shanahan. Me and Boog did not believe you. What did you see from that game?
You know, I would do it, but Brock Purdy wasn't bad. He actually was. I hate Brock Purdy. He's a piece of shit. Fuck that guy.
I
But
think you
at the
like
end of
him.
the day,
I think you hate that you like him so much.
okay,
You see him
first
on
off,
Grider recently?
Whoa.
never. I'll tell you. I'll tell you who I hate that I love. The man that I hate that I love, and he's so fucking good. Has 3 initials and is 2 letters. CMC. That dude is a fucking beast, bro. He's the reason why they've been this far in the season. He's the reason why Kyle Shanahan is even up for Coach of the Year. He's just so fucking good. There's only 3 defenses that I believe can stop him. 2 are in the AFC. That's the Broncos and Texans. But unfortunately for Christian McCaffrey, 1 is in the NFC. But we'll talk about that later. With that said, though, the Eagles, they had a lot of dysfunction. A.J. Brown looked like straight doo-doo, rubbed his hands off butter. He's boo-boo. He's going to be traded before next season should be a washing machine. Someone's going to give us a first round, but no.
You going back to the Titans, my boy.
That'd be crazy. But no, I think the 49ers have great coaching and Christian McCaffrey. And when you have Christian McCaffrey, it's easy to win. You know what I mean?
100%.
And he knows about great running backs. Talk about Jonathan Taylor, but I mean,
he's not in the playoffs.
Why do you got to bring up Jonathan Taylor, bro?
Yeah, he's not in the
I was just
playoffs.
trying to get a cool
What
smooth
the
He's in
fuck is your
Cancun.
problem?
bro. Go ahead,
He's in
Kenny. Take it
Cancun.
away.
I saw what you were doing.
You
I
know
saw
what?
the
Fuck you,
segue.
6. You know, like.
Yeah, that's
you
a
know,
compliment. Like what?
But
Very
guess what?
compliment.
Guess what? You know, I also rode with the Niners. The Eagles, man. The last couple of weeks, other than playing like a broken down Washington team and the Raiders, like wasn't looking good.
Who they
Kevin
lost to, by the
Patullo.
way.
Oh, they did lose to that too. The Kevin Patullo, you know, sayonara, my dog. You know, you was the one dude they chop on the block, but I don't know what's up with his team. Like you got like 3 Heisman runner-ups on this team, and you still can't seem to win a game. You have the Heisman winner. Devontae Smith is just useless apparently out there. AJ Brown, useless. Saquon MAGA Barkley is useless. You know, it's and Jalen Hurts just throwing straight doo-doo. Like he's not even
Yeah.
running the ball. He's not even running the ball. Like what made Jalen Hurts so great was the fact that you can run the read option, fake it, and then throw the ball because you think he's gonna run. Now he's just sitting there in the pocket like a deer in headlights waiting to get
Like
hit. And it's
Philip
just like
Rivers.
exactly. Like, well, you're not Philip Rivers. Run the fucking ball. Like, it's like that's why I feel like quarterback play isn't just as long as it is. They can't sit in the pocket. They can't read the defense. Struggles. Throws it in a triple double coverage all the time. Like, I mean, like, are you playing Madden on like easy? Like, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with him, bro. But yeah, Eagles. It's a shit show.
Bug, you rode with Philly like me. What did you think about that game?
I did ride with Philly. It was an emotional hedge. You know, that's the cope I'm going to use as we move to my 4th missed pick of last week. It was an emotional hedge, you know, just so that way, you know, if they lost, it'd be like, hey, I still win either way. But yeah, Jalen Hurts is ass, dog. Like I said it before, he's Justin Fields with better PR. Yes, he has a Super Bowl MVP, but so does Trent Dilfer, I think. And nobody tells their kids about Trent Dilfer when they talk about the story of football. He was 20 of 35, which is 57%, 168 yards and 14 rushing yards. That is an ass pack, sir. Bryce Young looked way better than you, which is crazy. And you have superstars on your team. So fuck the birds. Shout out to Brock Purdy. I hope you keep dug in on niggas or whatever you're trying to do when you dance. But Yeah, man. Free Devontae Smith. You look green and Jets green instead of that Eagles green. So if you want to get to a real team and a real quarterback, we about to have Lamar. We about to have Lamar. So come to the Jets. But yeah, man. Shout out to the Niners for beating the Birds. That made me very happy.
You playing Madden? Are you talking about Madden? Because Lamar
Nah,
not going
bro.
to the game, bro.
Where's
We got
AJ
picks to play
Devontae
Brown's
with. We
Smith?
talking
got
about Madden.
we got picks to play
Fucking
with, bro.
But no, they need to
AJ
give
Brown.
Devontae Smith the same thing that JSN had. Trade AJ Brown's ass out of there and build it around Devontae Smith. And I guarantee he'll be a top 5-10 receiver in the league. Guarantee.
Yeah.
Big
AJ
facts.
Brown needs to get his ass off Madden and stop fucking crying. If you're gonna cry for 2 years straight, you
Catch the
can't be
ball.
performing like you did against the Niners.
Oh,
You
bro.
gotta
He
fucking
lost the
catch the
game.
ball.
You got to catch the
You
ball.
want to dog your routes because you know it's not coming to you when you're 30 yards downfield, whatever. But if the ball's coming your way, you gotta fucking catch it.
One job.
And
Yeah.
that's the bottom line. I think the thing we learned most about this game and in this game is that coaching really fucking matters in the NFL. Possibly even more so than personnel, because on paper there was absolutely zero reason for the Eagles to lose this game, and they did because Nick Sirianni and Kevin Patullo are the two biggest dumbasses in the entire
The
league.
fourth down, bro, when they were
And
trying to figure out what play to call, and he's just like, "Does that sound good, man?" Like, yeah, I think so. Yeah, dude.
and then they
Philadelphia
ran
Four.
fucking
Fantasy.
4 verts. They didn't have a single crossing route, nothing over the middle.
No
And
drag.
I'm not gonna defend. Yeah, Kevin Patullo literally got his playbook from playing Madden on rookie mode. Because what the fuck are you doing out there? I'm not gonna
Some
defend
dumb
Jalen
shit.
Hurts. He's obviously got his issues, but he's shown that if you design a good offense around him, he can make it work. Even if he's a 1-2 read quarterback who tucks the ball and runs as soon as his first read and his second read aren't open, they've made it work in the past. Kevin Patullo could not make it work. Nick Sirianni needs to be out of there as well. He's got to stop hiring his best friends that are fucking idiots. And maybe he'll hit on the coordinator this next time, but then that coordinator gets hired away, and then what? You're back where you started with Nick Sirianni and one of his butt buddies from college.
They got to
So
start.
go
They've got to start
go
like
ahead and cut the
hogging
bait
these
now.
coordinators. They got to start hogging these coordinators. Honestly,
Jackson Dart would have won that game. I want y'all to know that. Y'all know that's the truth, right? Jackson Dart would have won that game. Y'all know
I
that's.
mean,
Y'all
I don't
that's a
know.
fact. Y'all
I
know
don't
that's
I
a
know
don't
about
know if he
that.
could have thrown a 4 vert and a triple coverage any better than Jalen
He would
Hurts
have ran
did,
that
but
bitch for the first down.
laid his
He
life
might have
down on
exited
the
the
line
game as
for that
well.
win.
He was like, fuck it, I'm taking off.
Speaking of quarterbacks laying their life on the line for disappointments, let's get into Chargers, Patriots. Canny, you sniffed this one out, so I'm gonna let you open it up. You did not believe in Jay Urbo and the Chargers. You were proven
No,
correct. What did you see in this game?
I did not watch this game. I was DJing at an event, so I did not watch this game.
Nice.
But fuck y'all, I'm fucking up. Yo, fuck the Chargers. This team is, I don't know, doo doo. Other than Justin Herbert, that dude looked crazy out there. He missed easy throws, man. I was watching the highlights, like, what the fuck? Like, why these guys go with the Chargers? Like, but hey, man, I'm just
I
like,
missed every pick, so
sit
that's
here.
why I went with him. I can't speak for these guys. I missed every single pick, so
But
I
yeah,
don't
I
know.
mean, I didn't think New England was going to lose in the first round. I think they were better than the Chargers pretty much in every category, especially offensive
Facts.
line. So yeah, it's how's that?
No, I think it's a good take. I mean, you called it. Patriots are just better team all around. Jay Herbo, I guess he tried doing too much. I don't know. He had a bad game, to be honest. Patriots just dominated. Drake May actually outplayed him, in my opinion. Not much to
Hmm.
say besides the Chargers fucking suck. Jim Harbaugh still a hoe. He probably knows the game I'm talking about in this image because he's a hoe.
Yeah,
Now Jay Herbo is no longer Jay Herbo. He's now just Justin.
yeah. Facts.
He's Justin.
Facts. Yeah, he don't get
Just
to be Jay
Justin.
You
Herbo.
got
He's
that?
just you got no playoff
Give me
wins.
that.
You don't get a nickname, my boy.
Yeah,
You
shit.
you don't get that shit. Yeah,
Justin.
I'm with y'all. I don't know why. I don't know why I made any of the picks I picked, but uh, the Chargers won Well, no, that was the second worst I felt about the next. We'll talk about the other one next, but
I'm with you on the
uh,
next one.
nah, Justin Herbert was Justin was fighting for his life out there, dog, and he was
He
missing
was.
throws. He was getting his ass whooped out there. Mike Vrabel was just pinning his ears back, bro, and just beating their ass, dog. It was a massacre out there. If you're a Chargers fan, which I don't even know if any exists, uh,
The
I don't know
Asian
what you
lady
would.
exists.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
does. Shout out to her. Stop Asian hate. If you're if you were watching that, I don't know what you would feel good about. Um, you know, Herbo is not Herbo. Excuse me. Justin is not 0-3 in the playoffs, and I think he's gone like 18 out of 22 possessions without scoring a touchdown or some shit in the playoffs. I'm casually just throwing that stat out. I don't know if it's true. He didn't come here for stats, so
What's that? Shut
yeah, they got the ass whooped, and I'm not gonna say shout out to the Pats because fuck the Pats, but
Fuck the Pats.
Justin Herbert,
up.
Yeah,
you look great in Jets green as well. So if you ever want to get the fuck out of there, come holler at your boy.
yeah. Fuck the
Bro,
Pats, honestly, too. I don't think either team walks away from this one feeling too great. I mean, the Chargers had
100%.
Drake May in hell for 80% of this game as well, so it's not like they really put a beat down on them. They did put a beat down on Justin Herbert,
yeah.
and I'm not going to pretend like he had the horses to win this game because he didn't,
No.
but I was disappointed. I'm a big Justin Herbert believer. I have him in my top 6 consistently. I think that what he did in the regular season this year deserves some more MVP love than he got, and maybe it's a product of a victim of his own success, but
If
you had that
man,
atrocious O line all season. You've had these collection of wide receiver threes all season, and you made it work to 11 wins. And you kind of shit your pants in the playoffs for the third time in a
Yeah,
row. So, like, you only
the
get
Pats
so
look
many
beatable.
passes. Yeah, that was a winnable game for 60% of it, and he
Yeah,
just didn't make the plays. And like, I know that offensive line is untenable. I know his receivers aren't great, but it came down to a handful of plays, and he just couldn't make them. And he's going to have to address that. And hopefully, the Chargers put a better support system around him so he can get over those yips. But clearly, he has no postseason success to show for it, and he can only ride regular season success for so far. But speaking of a lack of postseason success, after 19 seasons without a losing record, Mike Tomlin has stepped down as head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers because they have not won a single playoff game since 2016. It's been a decade of
God
pretty
damn.
much the same story, 9 to 10 wins in the regular season, and then a first round exit. They've been down 21 points in however many playoff games in a row. I think it was
7.
time to let go. Bug, you were a big believer in Tomlin and the Steelers. What did you see in this game?
Yeah, the last of my picks that didn't hit. I don't know why I didn't take the Texans. The Texans have been paying me dividends all year,
All
and for
year.
some reason, I got sucked into the Tomlin voodoo. I thought he would break the streak. I thought he would get his first playoff win since Obama was in office, but I was wrong. He didn't do that, and Aaron Rodgers, he looked terrible out there. He looked absolutely pathetic. He looked like a 40-something-year-old man. He looks like he did lots of drugs that he shouldn't be doing, and he was playing like it. The Steelers' offense was absolutely horrendous, and by the end, they just gave up. And even Mike Tomlin gave up. A man who, in 19 years strong, not even a losing season, he gave up. He just was like, "Fuck it." They were like, "Mike, you got 2 years left." He said, "Fuck it, I don't care. I give up. I can't do anything with this. This is how bad I can't do shit with this." But yeah,
Yeah.
shout out to the Texans defense. They beat the fuck out of these guys. Aaron Rodgers, you're still a piece of shit for what you did to the Jets. But fuck you for that. And yeah, I don't know if you're a Steelers fan. I guess you might want to get used to losing and losing seasons because it's coming, man. You got to pay the tab on that. 19 years with no losing season. That check is gonna be disgusting. So I hope you're ready to pay for it. Keep the towels, use them to wipe your tears. It gets easier. Maybe one day you can get your own Uncle John. But shout out to you guys.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna build off that, man. First off, Ben, I just want to say we appreciate you admitting your faults because you rode with the Texans for fucking like 10 weeks in a row, and
I
then out
did.
of
I did.
nowhere, the favorite. Oh no, fuck the Texans! Like what?
Well,
What
because
we
we
doing?
drafted Super Bowl teams, and I took the Steelers as a bit, so I couldn't like take them and go against them. So I was like, I'm kind of locked in here, so I just had to ride it. But I didn't feel great about it. I didn't feel great about it. Let the record stand. I did it, and I didn't feel great about it.
But no, I think when the Texans defense put a fucking like touchdown after touchdown to end the fourth quarter, and Aaron Rodgers was clearly giving himself up. I think Mike Tomlin saw, damn, Rodgers ain't winning me a Super Bowl this year or next year. I ain't gonna do it with no new quarterback. I'm not gonna do it the next 2 years. Yeah. All right, y'all boys, I'm out. He said I'm out of here. But with that said, I think he did. What was the Magic Johnson mean? I ain't gonna be here. I ain't gonna be. But no, I think if I'm the Steelers though, and I'm the owner of the Steelers, I think there's an obvious selection for your next head coach. The Steelers historically have always been a no-nonsense team. They've always been a good defensive team. I think it's no question you go after Brian Flores. I think the Vikings defense had good as they were. I think Flores is the top head coach candidate, even including Harbaugh, who looks like he's already been signed. And you still got TJ Watt. You still got pieces to build around. So I think there's a future depending on who the head coach is. But yeah, Tomlin saw Aaron Rodgers ending that game and said, yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
The Texas defense is legit, but it doesn't matter because Stroud is boo. That dude sucks. And there ain't nothing else to say. They're not going to win because he fucking sucks, bro. Kenny, let's hear it. That's another division rival of yours. What you got on them?
Damn, another
Yeah,
one of your
man.
outs in the playoffs.
Yeah, man. This was one of my 2 losses this week. I went 4-2, man. I'm shouting out myself. I was
Get out of
hooping.
here. Nobody
But
has.
but yeah, I went with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I was buying into the Tomlin voodoo because why not? This man somehow won 10 games this year. I picked against him every single time, and I was like, wow, this man has continued to win. He's gonna win a game here. He somehow willed this team. TJ Watt came back with a broken lung and played outstanding. They put up 4 turnovers in the defense. It was not a defensive fault. This
No,
offense, DK Metcalf,
he sucks.
whatever your real name is, but you
Don't
don't
say
know how
it.
to
Don't
catch a
say
ball.
it.
But you don't know how to catch a ball. How you want all this money? How you want all these women, all these diamond jewelries, all these neck nose piercings? Like what's up? Like, can you catch a ball? Can you catch a ball in the playoffs?
He's
Can
trying.
you catch a ball?
Shout out to him. He's
But that's it. That's all. Fuck Aaron Rodgers. Fuck his bullshit agenda.
Yeah.
Shout out Jimmy Kimmel. Fuck Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I think y'all pretty much summarized this game perfectly. It was just a beatdown from the Texans defense on an old and washed and incapable Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers. Mike Tomlin is another victim of his own success. I mean, 19 straight winning or 500 seasons is incredible. It's a record that'll probably never be broken.
This
And
man
he
won with
deserves his
Kenny
flowers for
Pickett,
that.
bro. He
But
won with
yeah,
Kenny
this is
Pickett.
the reason
Go.
he had
off.
Kenny Pickett at quarterback is because he was never bad enough to land a top pick and secure his quarterback of the future. It's time for the Steelers to do that, or at least go get one on the trade market.
Hold on, because I feel like the Steelers had assets all these years. They could have traded for something good, but instead they traded for Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, Kenny Pickett, who bullshit since Ben Roethlisberger retired. Like, this has just been trash. Like, it's just been garbage for them. Like,
Yeah,
it's just
I
trash,
think,
dude.
yeah, and I think using that they haven't had a good first round pick is an
Patrick
excuse.
Mahomes went 15th overall. You're telling me they couldn't move up a little bit more for some of those drafts that happened? I don't know.
I
Mike
think that's
Tomlin
another
didn't draft so
Tomlin
well for
thing too,
quarterbacks, I feel
though,
like. He never
Yeah,
had a quarterback eye.
because he's shown capable of winning without having an elite quarterback. They never felt like they had to push all their chips in to land one and thought they could mine one late in the draft like he's done at other positions. Unfortunately, they just could never find a real one late in the draft, and that's what happens. But if this is it for Tomlin, which it probably won't be, but he is signed with the Steelers at least through next season, I believe. So if someone wants to hire him, they're going to have to trade for him. I don't really see that happening. So it looks like he's going to be joining the media ranks for a year. Mike Tomlin, if you're hearing this, come on the Casuals podcast.
Come on,
Bless us with your knowledge. We got some of your
let's do it.
fans on this pod.
So
Oh, yeah.
about when you
Oh yeah,
that'd be
and you
cool.
look like
That'd be
Omar
cool.
Epps too, nigga. That's fire.
All right. Let's get into the future. Enough about the past. Let's get into the divisional round. First game on the slate. Bills at Broncos. The Bills are getting 1.5 on the road against the AFC champs. Bug, where are you leaning on this one?
Oh man, like I've talked about, for last week. So I'm gonna try to win some money for the casuals this week. Whoever's out there, tailing my picks, I'm sorry, but just believe in me. Don't give up on me yet. We still got more football left. But I think wow. So is Bills plus 1.5?
Yeah.
Yep, Bills are spotted 1.5.
Oh, that's tough. I think I'm gonna take the Bills then. I think this is a close game, and I'll ride with Josh Allen. I'm gonna stop betting against him. I feel like the more fun outcome is just like watching this guy just go Superman with this spotty roster and just go nuclear. So I'll root for him. Not really, but just to win some money, I'm not gonna bet against them. So again, another emotional hedge. If the Bills lose, which I hope they do, I win, and if they win, then I also win. So I'm gonna reluctantly go with the Bills, and Boner, do something, man. Just please do something, Boner. Do something, man. Get this guy out of here, bro.
You know what's
Thanks, you
funny
wanna
about
jump
this?
in?
Yeah, you know what's funny is that DraftKings has I was saying the Bills plus 1.5. When it's 1.5 point spread, it's really just a money line. Basically, it's just how often do teams really win by one single point. So in my opinion, this is a money line. So this is who do you think is going to win? I think Josh Allen is again the best player on the field. The issue is they do have a defense player of the year on the other side who's guarding a Walmart employee. I'm sorry, the receivers for the Buffalo Bills are all Winn-Dixie or Walmart employees. They're fucking bums. Every single one of them. Brandon Cooks, I didn't even know that guy was still in the league, bro. Shout out
Respect
to
Brandon
him.
Cooks.
Yeah, respect.
No,
He was Mike
respect
Evans before
Khalil
Mike
Shakir,
Evans.
bro.
Hey,
He was
Fucking
Mike
screen
Evans before
merchant,
Mike
12
Evans.
catches.
yeah, we're not giving Shakir no credit, bro. Cooks, you've been in the league since I can't even remember, bro. I don't know how long you've been in the league for at this point. I didn't even know you were still in the league, and you've been balling these past couple weeks. But that speaks to how bad the receiver room is. They had to call Cooks from I don't even know where he was at, Tahiti for all I know, and say make these clutch catches for us because we have nobody else that can make a clutch catch. So man, I love Josh Allen. It's supposed to be his year, but I'm gonna have to go with the defense, and the Bills' defense is just not good enough to hold the Boner enough. I'm going Broncos. I'm doing it, man. Let's ride, Broncos. Let's ride. You know what I mean? Shout out us, Broncos. Let's ride. Kenny, we riding?
I'm not riding with no fucking Boner. Goddamn, you
Oh,
little fruity man. Go, whoa. Let's get out of here with that shit.
whoa.
I'm riding with Josh Allen. Josh Allen, you got it, bro. You got it, gang. The leading rusher everybody was talking about. 45 rushing yards against the best rush defense in the league.
Yeah.
Josh Allen balled out, won him the game. Give me Josh Allen, man. Even give me Josh Allen by 3, if anything. Locked it.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna give 6 the fade here. I actually don't think this will be a particularly close game. If you're looking for a nice lotto leg, something with good odds, take the Bills by a tutty or two. I think that there's a chance they embarrass the Broncos here. They played in the playoffs last year. I don't think these two teams are really drastically different from that game. They blew them out 31-7. I haven't really seen anything from Bo Nix or the Broncos to believe that they've massively improved since then, nor have I seen anything from the Bills to suggest that they've regressed severely. I think the Bills match up really well with the Broncos. Like Six said, Denver has Patrick Surtain. He shuts down your wide receiver one. The
There's
Bills
no
don't
wide
have a
receiver
wide
one.
receiver one.
Yeah.
You want to take Khalil Shakir out the game? Go ahead.
Be
Go
my
ahead, buddy.
guest.
You want to take Keon Coleman out the game? He already takes himself out the game. So
Clearly.
I'm
You
not
like
really too
cookie?
pressed about
You
that.
like cookie?
Uh, you best do your job. Take Patrick Surtain out the play.
Josh Allen is gonna
But
look
no,
where he is, and he's just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go on the other side, and it's gonna be a
yeah,
fucking completion.
I think it allows the Broncos to be able to have an extra man to cover Josh Allen essentially because they have that good secondary. They can have that QB spy, and I think
I'll
that's
run that nigga over.
yeah. The Broncos' defense is excellent, but they're more vulnerable to the run than they are against the pass. So I do expect a bounce back game from James Cook. The Denver Broncos D line is built to rush the passer. They're not really built with beef to contain the run. And that Bills O line is gigantic. Josh Allen is gigantic. James Cook just had a stinker. I think they're going to turn that around. So yeah, I'm riding
He's
with
also got
Buffalo
the
all
baby
day.
buff.
So they
He's
finna
got the
put
baby
PS2 on
buff.
fucking Cook. They finna have PS2 on Cook all game.
All right, let's move on to the other one seed in the NFC. The Seahawks hosting the shell of the 49ers. George Kittle tore his Achilles last week. Hey, he could be out for all of next season. Who knows? But all that matters is that he is not suiting up against the Hawks. 6. How you feel about this one? The Niners are getting 7 points on the road. You think that's going to be enough?
Look, I want to start off with you were talking about Kittle's injury, and I was dancing. That was kind of fucked up. But I don't give a fuck. Fuck the Niners. Fuck the Niners.
Wow.
Mike Kittle, I love you. You killed it
He
for
was on your
fantasy.
fantasy
You won me
team,
a
bro.
championship last year. I hope you're
That was
speedy
last year.
recovery.
What
I hope
happened
you
this
enjoy
year?
the time with your family. But your teammates gonna be joining you on vacation. Don't worry, give it like 2 or 3 days. They're gonna be there with you, my boy.
Damn.
Hey
Damn.
man, CMC is the best player that's going to be on the field. I love JSN is the best player, but CMC is right up there with JSN. CMC is fantastic. But the thing is the best defense in the NFL is the Seattle Seahawks. We are going to scheme up for CMC. We're going to say Brock Purdy beat us without Kittle. Beat us with fucking Juwan Jennings. Like, beat us with Tongue, whatever his name is. He's not going to do it. It's going to be easy. We're going to win this game probably like 13-3 because for some reason we just can't score against the Niners. But we're going to have like 400 more yards on them total. I think this is going to be an easy Seattle win. I'm already looking forward to next week. But with that said, this is a divisional matchup. This is not a divisional nutsack. This is a divisional matchup. The Niners are a good team, so anything can happen. But I'm putting my money on the Hawks to cover that 7-point spread easily. I don't think the Niners score more than 1 touchdown if they even get the ball in the end zone once. I don't see it happening. I think we're taking this easily by 7. Who's riding with the Hawks? That's what I want to hear. Come on, I know y'all boys doing it. Fly.
Kenny, are you riding with Shanahan again?
I'm riding with the Shanahan. I'm riding with the 49ers. I think Kyle Shanahan is going to put up a game. I think Kyle Shanahan knows what's up. I think Mike McDonald might be a little inexperienced when it comes to this. We'll see if he can come back and bounce back. But I think Shanahan has the edge here. Like Six said, the Seahawks can't score against the 49ers. Brock Purdy just needs a little bit of more magic in him to move him past. And like the stat has been shown, Shanahan every time he makes the playoffs has made the NFC Championship game at least. I think he'll continue that trend. I think he's a very big choker in the biggest of games, but I don't think Shanahan thinks too much of the Seahawks. I think he'll cover at least +7. I think this is a very close game, regardless. Book.
Doug, you got to split.
I'm rolling with the points as well. I think this is going to be a close game. Sam Darnold on the injury report, we haven't really talked about it. Oblique injury, so he's gonna be hurt. He's gonna be a little hurt in this game, and he already turns the ball over enough as it is when he's healthy. So I can't imagine that'll be too much help. So, I'm expecting a low scoring game. I would bet the under on this game, and yeah, I'm gonna take the points here. I think the Niners can keep it close. I think even with no Kittle, I think Jake Tonges is the man's name. Put some respect on his name. He has been a beautiful streamer in fantasy this year. If you streamed him in fantasy, he had paid you
I just
dividends,
want
which you have done, and you can speak to it. So I don't know why you talking down on his name like this. You know what he can do. You know he can step up when he needs to. Shout out to Demarcus Robinson, 100 yards last week in a TUD. Shout out to Juwan Jennings doing his best Greg Jennings impersonation, even though he's 37 with a Odell Beckham blonde mohawk. But I'm gonna roll with the points, and I think it's gonna be a close game. So
I just want to jump
All
in real
right.
quick. I did confirm Drew Lock was practicing, so Drew Lock is the go-to backup. But shit, I'll ride with Drew Lock. I'll ride with Sammy D. 49ers
I'm
ride
not.
with these nuts.
I'm not taking hurt Sam Darnold or Drew Lock to cover a 7-point spread. That's fucking ridiculous. Absolutely not.
No.
Ride high.
Absolutely not.
We ride high.
In the
Now we're gonna
playoffs.
keep the split here. I'm riding with the Seahawks. This is another one where I don't think it's gonna be particularly close. They held them to 3 points last time, and this time they won't even have George Kittle. I think that the Seahawks defense has the Niners number. Kyle Shanahan and Robert Saleh, you've done an incredible job. You got a playoff win against all odds, but coaching can only get you so far, number one. And number two, Mike McDonald is not Nick Sirianni. I don't think that coaching is going to play this huge divisive role in this game. And yeah, the Seahawks only scored 13 points the last time they played, but they turned it over on downs inside of the red zone. They missed 2 chip shot field goals. The Seahawks were actually getting pretty much everything they wanted on offense that day. Things just didn't fall as you would expect. I do think that's going to kind of regress to the mean this time around on the playoffs with a conference championship on the line. So I think the Seahawks will comfortably cover this spread. Let's move on to Texans at Patriots. Houston is getting 3 points on the road. Boog, how you feel about this one? You going back? You going back to H Town?
I'm dancing with the
going back
girl
to your ex?
that I took to prom. You know what I'm saying? I should have
You
never
going back
left
to
you,
your ex?
babe. I'm sorry. I knew that girl. You come on, nigga. You know me. You know I'm going back to my ex. Yes, I'm going Houston +3. I think it's gonna be another close game, another low scoring game. And yeah, man, I trust the Houston defense. Defense wins championships. And yeah, I think the Pats they got their feel good win. They got a playoff win. First time since Brady, I think, or shout out to them for that. I guess they're back at it. Al Qaeda's back again. But yeah, I think the Texans are going to take care of business. I pray to God they take care of business and keep them as far away from the Super Bowl as possible. So I'm gonna take the +3 here. Defense wins championship. I know CJ Stroud is a fellow BBL bandit like his boy Zion Williamson, but hopefully he can put down the batty hump just for the week and kind of focus in and be able to throw it to guys who are on his team. I know Nico Collins gonna be tough, but I like Woody Marks to kind of have a big game too.
Canny, you riding with the roomie?
+3 is kind of scary. I would have taken him with the 0.5, honestly, but I'm gonna take New England here, -3. I feel like I don't know. CJ Stroud, fraud watch, mad fraud watch alert. I don't know. I don't know if Drake May's him or not, but I think I'm gonna ride with Drake May in this one. I think I am. I'm sorry. I don't know why, but I think I am.
You
I
should
think
be.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
You
I'm
should
riding with
be.
Drake.
You're
I'm
going
riding
with
with
the
Drake
evil
this round.
empire. This is the evil empire. You want Darth Vader
I
to
know.
win.
I know, but I don't
Six.
know.
How you
I
feel?
want Houston to win, but my +3.
Look, I'm gonna ride with my brother Kenny. I'm gonna do it. I just don't trust
You guys
Boo
fucking
Stroud.
suck.
Bro, before the playoffs started, I would have said the Jags or Bills, whoever wins that game is gonna play Texans AFC Championship. But what I saw last week, the Bills
You've been
team didn't
calling the
look
Pats
complete.
frauds.
The Broncos. I call the Broncos and Pats frauds. I did, but
You did.
I just think the Bills team didn't look complete. And now I'm thinking the same thing about the Texans. Yes, they won, but that offense looked awful, bro. Stroud
And no
is-
Nico Collins either.
No Nico. No, Nico, no, ho, they not winning.
They got
go,
Kirk. They got the Kirk power.
Yeah. First off,
Christian Kirk, 200 receiving.
donate money. What is
Christian
wrong
Kirk.
with you, my boy? You was wild on live television, Stephen A. Let's
That
throw
would be
that out
Christian
there.
Kirk.
You need to go practice more. That was
Yeah.
crazy. But
That
no,
was crazy, Steven.
Yeah, I just think the Patriots have a much more complete team, and that's what it's going to come down to. The defense of the Texans is the best, yes, but their offense is just so down low behind the Patriots' offense or defense. I think the Patriots are going to win this game and win it by more than a field goal. So I'm riding with Drake May. I'm riding with Variable. I think the Broncos, Patriots, both are frauds, yes, but I think the AFC fucking sucks this year, and they're going to be in the AFC Conference Championships.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Bug the fade here. I did not like what I saw from the Pats, but I liked what I saw from the Texans even less. Like I said, I try to be an objective observer, even for teams I love. I also try to be an objective observer about teams I fucking hate. I hate the Texans. That's no secret, but CJ Stroud has severely regressed. This offensive line is not good. They were able to run the ball a little bit against the Steelers, but I don't expect that to continue against the Patriots with Milton Williams back. I also don't really expect Drake May and the Patriots offense to move the ball very well against that nasty Texans defense. I do think this is going to be a slugfest, but in ugly games like that, you need the better quarterback to make a handful of plays, and I do think Drake May at this point is the far better quarterback. He showed that against the Chargers and Justin Herbert. I think he's going to show it against CJ Stroud and the Texans as well to cover the 3 points. Let's move on. Sunday night special, the Rams at the Bears. The Rams laying 3.5 points on the road. 6. You're going to open us up here. You think Matt Stafford and LA can cover this?
3.5 point spread is a little bit bigger of a spread than I was kind of hoping for. I think the Rams are going to win. I think the NFC West is going to take out the NFC Conference Championship, but a 3.5 point spread is hard for Caleb Williams, who whenever he goes to the fourth quarter becomes a 99 overall. Like the dude has that fourth quarter badge already. Like his shit is crazy in the fourth. Like it's hard to go more than a field goal. So I'm reluctantly doing this, but I'm going to have to go with the Rams. I think they're a much better team. I think they're a more experienced team. I think they're more experienced coaching. I think they have better coaching. I'm going to go the Rams overall as a team. I think it's a field goal better than the Bears. Shout out C-Will, though. If I'm wrong because of C-Will, I would happily take that, but it ain't going to be because of that defense. That defense fucking sucks. So with that, I'm riding with and the weather doesn't fucking matter, bro. The Stafford played in Detroit for fucking 10 years, bro. Weather doesn't matter, bro. They'll be fine.
In a
But
dome,
they got
in
a dome in
In a
Detroit,
dome.
bro.
In a
Yes,
dome in
but-
Detroit.
He's in a dome.
But he played the Bears
He's in a
twice a year. He
dome.
played the Packers. He played the Vikings. Like
And he
He was-
sucked in those games.
Stafford sucked. I think his team sucked. Stafford and
No, Stafford has some questionable games in the cold. I'm not gonna sit here. I'm gonna just take it from here. But yeah, I'm bearing down. I think the Bears at home are an insane crowd right now. I didn't like what I saw from the Rams last week. They got the bigger receivers again. Caleb Williams might need that fourth quarter magic, but -3.5 favorites. I'm gonna take the +3.5 here. I'm gonna go with the Chicago Bears.
Benjamin?
Book.
I'm gonna bear down as well. I'm going +3.5. I'm just like I said earlier. What would be the more fun outcome is just having the Bears +3.5, them being down and watching them come back as they've done all season long. So hopefully, for the hearts of all the Bears fans watching, I hope for your heart it's a wire to wire win. But I like the 3.5 here. I think that they can keep it close no matter what. They've shown that. So I'm gonna take the 3.5. I think it's gonna be a close game. And yeah, if it's a shootout, then give me the points, which I think it could be. I think it could be maybe not as many points as that Niners Bears game, but I think it could be somewhere along that line. I would take the over as well in this game. Probably
48
throw
and a half.
couple shekels on that. I might throw a few shekels on that. But yeah, I like the Bears here +3.5. Even if they don't win, you still got a half point to play with.
The total point spread is 48.5. You taking that over? I'm assuming.
The what?
The total point spread is 48.5.
48.5. Yeah, I like the over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think both
I
teams
like the
score
over.
25.
I like the over.
Yeah, I'm gonna give 6 the fade here. I'm riding with the Bears. I'm bearing down.
Yeah, bear down.
Our favorite media personality, Uncle Bill Simmons, he has this rule about gambling where you don't bet on the underdog in the playoffs unless you think they have a chance to win outright. And I really do
Yep.
believe the Bears have a chance to win outright in this one. I don't like what I saw from LA in their last game, and I do think the weather will play a factor. Since moving to LA in games under 40 degrees, Matthew Stafford is 7-11. Uh, in the playoffs in general, teams that play in a dome are absolutely horrible in outdoor cold weather games. And this isn't just a regular, cold weather game.
It's
It's supposed to
negative
be a low of
21 up in here,
5
bro.
degrees with wind chill, with snow flurries. I think that will play a big role. I think the Bears defense is going to let it loose like they did against the Packers and dial up the heat in that cold. And Matthew Stafford at this point is a statue. We saw him turn down a 2-yard scramble for the first down to try to throw it because he literally cannot move anymore. I think that's going to be a problem for them. The Bears' run game, I think, can get going against the Rams' defense that is better against the pass than they are against the run. I think that will play a big role. And like we said earlier, I do think that Chicago's big pass catchers will be a problem for the Rams secondary that has been slowing down the stretch. So I'm riding with Chicago here. I would consider the money line. I considered it for the lotto parlay, but I ultimately went in a different direction. But go ahead and take Chicago plus 3.5 points. I like that line a lot. And with that, let's get into our lock. 6, you want to start us off since this is the game you're locking in?
Let's do it. I did it last week. He's playing a really bad defense. I almost went his number one receiver over 100 yards, but I decided to go with what I felt was more of a lock, which is Matthew Stafford over 267.5 passing yards. Caleb Williams' line is 212 passing yards. I don't hate taking that. I wouldn't be surprised at that. Well, but I went for the Matthew Stafford over. I just don't think that Bears defense is good. I think this is a big game. They're going to have to air it out, and if it is close, I think that's even more reason for yards to build up for Matthew Stafford. So I think Matthew Stafford's easily clearing that 267 like he's done all year. Kenny, tell me what you lock. What you got for the lock today, Kenny?
I originally had I was following your lead and doing CJ Stroud under 207, but you know what? I'm doubling down. I'm bearing down again. I locked the Bears last week. I'm gonna lock the Bears this week. Yeah, I'm going 3.5 with the Bears. I think the Bears are going to make the NFC Championship, man.
Booger, what you got, Booger? You right? What's your lock for this week?
I am locking the Niners plus 7 points here. I love this to be a close game. I think this is, divisional game. I think it's going to be close. I think, Sam Darnold being hurt, I love that a lot. So if I can lock that at plus 7, I'm going to lock that. So let me get the Niners plus 7. I think they got a little horseshoe up their ass as well. And they just beat the champs. So they're feeling like, hey, we can beat anybody. And Sam Darnold's not a champion of anything. So, let's go Niners plus 7.
Yeah, there's a lot of games here that I expect to be more lopsided than the Lions show and uglier than the Lions show. I considered taking the Seahawks -7 as my lock, but out of respect for my fellow casual, I'm going to go a different way. I'm going to lock Buffalo plus 1.5. So that brings us to our lotto parlay. I'll start us off there. Like I said, there's going to be some ugly ones in this. Niners at Seahawks under 40.5 points gets you to plus 162. I don't expect San Fran to be able to move the ball a lot in this one. And I also think you have to consider that Sam Darnold is coming into this with an oblique injury. He's had his struggles in the playoffs before. I don't know how much Mike McDonald's going to want to let it loose in this one. I think this is going to be more of a ground and pound game where the Seahawks just win with their defense. I don't think it really comes close to 41 points. 6, what do you have?
I'm right with C. Will, man. He's been finding a new tight end that he really trusts, especially in the clutch. Loveland, anytime touchdown, plus 200. Make y'all some money. Hey, shout out to Boog. He rode the Loveland train first. I saw you pick him up right when he started blowing up. Before he started blowing up, Mr. Booger did pick him up. So I'm right with it. Loveland's a baller. I ain't gonna hold you in Madden. I just want him rookie of the year. The dude is a baller, man. The guy can ball out. So I'm right with Loveland anytime tutty. Booger, what you got, Booger? Let's hear it.
My lotto for the week is I'm gonna tease the over under on the who is that, Houston and New England game, down to 36 and a half. Under 36 and a half gets you to plus 164, I believe. I think it's gonna be a low scoring affair. It's gonna be a nice little dookie bowl. And yeah, hopefully the Texans pull it out. But I do not foresee a lot of points in this game. I think the New England defense is good. I think the Texans defense is obviously very good. So I'm gonna roll with the under there. Tease that down. Move. I think it's at 40 and a half right now. So you tease that 4 points down, get your plus 164.
All right,
Zach,
Can
yeah.
Man, take us out.
49ers money line plus 270. We riding that
Wow.
fucking
Oh
shit,
shit.
bro. We
Oh
riding that shit.
shit.
We riding with Shanahan. We riding with McCaffrey. I don't care about Seattle. This
In your
Sam
fucking
Darnold,
face, Six.
oblique, Drew Lock, Brock Purdy in 4, man. This man is
Brock
better.
Purdy?
He's about just Dougie out of there. He's about to Dougie all up in Seattle. It's gonna be quiet out in Seattle this week. It's gonna be quiet on Seattle. Six about to join us on the couch, man. I think it's about to happen.
The weather's nice in Cancun, buddy.
Weather's nice in Cancun, Bill. It's all good. But yes, 49ers money line. The odds are too good.
All right.
I think Shanahan
The
is locking in.
Candyman riding with the Shanahan for our last leg of the Lotto parlay. If you string all those together, that gets you to over plus 7,500. 100 spot will get you $7,500. I like the odds on that. I don't know about Niners money line. I know Six isn't feeling that. So to take us out, Six, why don't you give us your best Richard Sherman impression?
All right, I got you.
Don't say
You
nigga.
got me with sorry ass strategy. That's what you're gonna get.
That's pretty good. That was pretty solid. That was pretty solid.
Okay.
Hey, his nostrils was flaring. Hey, that's how you know he was mad as fuck, bro. His nostrils was flaring when he was speaking.
They
His
was.
shit was. Woo, woo. I was like, damn, that boy mad as fuck. I love that
He is
shit.
mad.
We gonna do that this week, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, Richard Sherman did not keep it casual. Don't try him with a sorry ass receiver like Juwan Jennings. We'll see if he'll dial up any more wide receiver passes. But
Don't
y'all
throw us
keep
with
it
a
casual.
sorry ass podcast. I'm gonna stop. I won't shit any podcast investors.
I like his podcast.
I won't shit on
We
them.
gotta keep it respectful in the podcast community.
We'll keep it respectful.
Shout out to the casuals. Shout out to John Harbaugh. Shout out to Richard Sherman, even though he's a Jag hater. Y'all keep it casual.